How are we doing this morning? I see Derek Morford resubscribed for 8 months in a row. Thank you very much. How's the 300-day mark? Just 2 months to go. Yeah. Who do I see in chat? I see Kavina, Derek Morford, Night Valiant, Cassie, Riandisa, MTV CDM. We are headed towards the class trial in Chapter 3. It's time to figure out who done it. Hey, 3 cats. And there have been 2 murders. Hi, Titani. Thank you for that 16 months resub. Whoa, 16 months, really? I've been streaming for long? Ooh, okay. How was Lurland? Yeah, it was fine. I guess. I don't know, I didn't pay attention to it. I was in a different room trying to work. Sometimes successfully and sometimes not. So yeah, 2 people died. We had
oh dear.
Anji, praise it to her. Girl died. And then Tenko died during the investigation for that. And it was confirmed with Monokuma that it doesn't mean to... It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who the second person is. If there is a second person who is murdered, only the first murder counts until it is solved. So... And it's just kind of like, in previous games when we've had the double murder happen, it's like, there's only one murderer. Or one blackened, or whatever. And now it's... Well, I don't care about the second one. Which might mean that there have been 2. Or there's only 1. And I feel like it's kind of a thing of... There could just be 1. That second murder is probably important. But if there's a second one... And we find out who it is, or we don't find out who it is, but we definitely find out that there was a second person who tried to murder someone. That means we have to live with the fact that there's still a murderer within our midst that we don't know who it is and might do it again. Yeah, I'm a little blown out. My lights just are garbage kind of setup. That's okay. I'm working on that. And I can fix it. Alright, it would appear we've all gathered, but it seems there are less and less of us. Yes, that is what happens, Karakiyo.
Oh.
Less friends means it's that much harder to solve the mystery. Others would suggest it's easier, because there's less choices.
Don't worry.
Well, no, don't worry. I'm sure you've gotten a little smarter by now, going to... Yeah, unless Tenko is Anji's killer, and Koda just decides to punish Tenko's killer because he wants to have a punishment. That is also something that could happen. I don't know that... I feel like the only way that this works out that Tenko is Anji's killer is if whoever killed Tenko knew it and wanted to take out revenge. I feel like that's the only way that plays out. But I'm not so certain that they're separate yet. Going to do his best to help. I'd want you to graduate from super idiot level to at least Kaito idiot level.
What?
Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
Are you okay?
More importantly, are you okay, Kaito? Ah, yes. Kaito's been sick this entire time because he doesn't deal well with ghosts. And there was a lot of paranormal stuff this time. I'm feeling better now, but wow, Mackie Roll sure does pack a punch. Also, he started doing that. It's your fault. You need to worry about our dwindling numbers. Only idiots have died so far.
That being said...
I know it's a tall order, but try to use your brains this time so I don't have to use mine.
Hoo-yah!
These golden brain cells of mine are a gift to the entire world.
Unacceptable.
It's as though every time you open your mouth you become less likable.
Rest in peace.
Atua, please lend us your power.
But
It may be difficult for us to rely on Atua. This is the other thing. I didn't think Angie would die this last chapter because with the whole student council angle, I figured they'd want us to have that longer and be annoying. Consider what happened to Angie, whom Atua loved most of all.
well, you know.
She shouldn't have relied on Atua in the first place. And seriously, it's kind of funny seeing a robot believe in God, especially Atua.
I also.
So what? Robots can believe in God.
Indeed.
Actually, before I even met Angie, I had a similar experience. Hearing voices, I mean. You might call it an inner voice. It tells me what to do when I'm in trouble.
Got a minute?
Why are you gonna say that for? Two and ghosts don't matter right now.
Jeez.
Yeah, the trial this time is gonna be rough. We got caught in Monokuma's trap.
Huh?
His trap?
That's right.
He probably made the fourth floor so scary on purpose to prevent me from investigating.
Oh, right already.
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way.
Hey, so
Yuji, say something.
Huh?
What should I say? Aw. Poor Kaito. Oh, let's go look at this stupid weird statue. Hey, G-Dwarf. Hey, Reverse Creations. I like Kaito. I'm gonna be sad when he dies, because I don't believe for a second that he's gonna make it all the way to the end. As usual, we walk toward the elevator in silence. As soon as we remaining survivors stepped aboard, we descended. Perhaps because there were fewer of us, the elevator seemed to move faster. And so we fell faster and faster, downward into the black. The elevator stopped, and just like always, the doors parted slowly. The light that shines on us from the other side, the bright light of our future. Or is it?
Uh-oh.
Boy, they really look depressed. Must be because there's even less participants now. Don't say they look depressed. You'll make Mom damn sad. And there's only two of us left. With him. As much as I'd love to keep hearing this adorable back and forth.
Now then.
Let's hurry up and get this started.
Extreme!
At last, the class trial will begin. I hope you enjoy it to your heart's content. The third class trial was about to begin. Angie Yunaga, the ultimate artist. She created the Ultimate Academy Student Council to try and prevent the killing game. Oh yes, both of these murders were also kind of like locked room, who could have done it kind of things. Then Tenko Chabashira, the ultimate Aikido master. She hated men, but I knew she hated this terrible killing game even more. The two were killed. We're both trying to stop the killing. And who was the one who killed them? Was it one person? Two different people? We need to pin that down in this class trial. In order to live, we have to find the truth. And I will fight it. I will fight with truth and lies in this class trial. Yes, I do want to save. I always want to save. Every time. Alright, skills. We have one seems pretty good. I don't have enough for that stuff, so let's get this one. And what else do we have? Slow speed. Silence all conversations except those with the reticle on it. Effective during mass panic. Instantly silences loud voices. Ooh, that does sound pretty good. I don't think I need that yet. I'll take this one though. I'm gonna take the silencing loud voices. Hey, Eric.
Now then, let's begin with the basic explanation of the class trial. During the trial, you'll present your arguments for who the culprit is, and vote for who done it. Vote correctly, and only the blackened will be punished. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will graduate from this academy.
When you do that, does everyone die after the person gets graduated? Like, does there a graduation ceremony that we get to be alive for and then we die? Or do you kill everyone first and then do a very private graduation ceremony? Seems like you should do the first one.
Also, refusing to vote will result in your death. So you better vote for someone.
Every time he says that, I also wonder if there is going to be a scene where someone refuses to vote.
Now, smiles, everyone! It's showtime! Let's get this crazy awesome trial underway!
Sorry, everyone. I don't think I'm gonna be much help this time. Because of Monokuma's disruptions, I couldn't do a thorough investigation.
I can tell Monokuma is overcompensating to hide his self-consciousness.
Next time, spend less time fixing your hair and more time investigating, spaceman!
Shut up! I don't need to hear some comedy act from you two weirdos.
Who did it? Who killed Angie and Tenko?
Oh, Himiko's actually caring.
Do not let your emotions hasten your judgment. There may be two killers.
So, our other culprit might not be one of us here.
What do you mean?
She's doing the ghost thing.
The transfer student. Maybe our resurrected transfer student dragged Angie and Tenko into the grave.
Stop it! Stop making stuff up!
Say something, Shuichi. It'll be a mess if this keeps going on.
Is it even possible for a revived corpse to be the culprit? Well, I mean, that depends. Not in the way that's being suggested, I feel. Well, in the interest of being thorough, I guess I should clear up things here.
This crime was committed by the recently deceased. They came back to life and killed 2 of our classmates.
No!
That's really good.
So, ritual did work?
Ah.
Who was resurrected, I wonder?
Angie did say she was gonna bring Rantaro back. Yes. Rantaro was resurrected. The culprit is the late Rantaro Amami!
Please, stop it!
This isn't about believing and reviving the dead. I have to focus on their statements.
This crime was committed by the recently deceased. They came back to life and killed 2 of our classmates!
No!
So, ritual did work? That's wrong!
I don't think Angie's ritual succeeded. According to the Necronomicon Monokuma showed us, you have to burn the Necronomicon in the ritual.
After preparing the effigy, burn this Necronomicon to ashes. Use caution, be mindful of carbon monoxide poisoning. Sprinkle the ashes on the effigy and repeat the name of the deceased 3 times.
If Angie's ritual had succeeded, the book would have been gone.
Yeah, I'm just gonna save after every time I do a thing that's definitely right.
So she must have been killed before the ritual was complete, since the book was still intact.
Then, Gonta think Rantaro probably not culprit.
Good job, Gonta.
Oh, I guess you're right.
Well, duh. There's no way a dead person could resurrect.
Uh-huh. What are you so scared about?
Now hold on a second. I can't let that comment stand.
Really?
Sure, everybody knows that you can't bring the dead back to life. But it's easy at the Ultimate Academy, as long as you use the Necronomicon.
Uh-huh.
What are you talking about? There's no way that's possible.
But it's true. I never lie about motives.
I mean, it's probably true.
Daddy said so he can't be wrong. Raising the dead is totally possible.
Man, I can't believe you guys wasted such a perfectly good motive. You should have let me use it to bring Monodum back to life.
Monodum is still alive, though.
I'm just kidding. I wouldn't waste a resurrection on Monodum's corpse.
Well, I feel like you're the next bear that's dying.
Oh? So resurrecting the dead was actually possible this whole time?
There's no way it's possible.
There's no way that could happen, idiots. Monokuma is trying to confuse us.
Oh, I just noticed that Angie has wings and a halo on her thing instead of being just crossed out. Weird.
Let's hurry up and find out who the Blackened is.
If our transfer student isn't the culprit, then blame falls to one of us.
Who? Who did it?
Step aside, Half Pint. I'll handle this. I don't know about Tenko, but I'm pretty fucking sure Kyo murdered Angie.
Really? I would have gone with Kyo murdering Tenko over Angie, but sure. Let's hear it. Let's hear why you're wrong.
Don't play dumb with me, Creepshow. I already know what happened. The culprit used a katana to kill Angie. And it was found in Kyo's research lab. Which makes you, Kyo, automatically suspicious.
But anyone could have taken that katana, you see.
So that rusty katana was the murder weapon.
Angie locked herself in the automatic slab, working on a ritual. Kichi can
We're the only
lockpick.
Who cared about that thing, Kyo?
I did not care about some katana.
Just admit it, you shit-eating worm.
You went to the classroom, broke in, and murdered the fuck out of Angie! Oh yeah! I'm a fucking genius!
The worm one. Broke in, huh?
The culprit used a katana.
So that would suggest. Oh man, it feels like it could have been. She's lockpicking. So maybe it's this one?
Hana to kill.
You were the only one who...
I did not care about some katana.
You shit-eating worm.
Yeah.
You
Go
went to the
wormwards.
classroom, broke in.
That's wrong!
No, Keel would not have been able to enter Angie's lab. Isn't that right, Tsumugi?
Yeah. Before Angie locked herself up in her research lab, she said she wasn't going to open up for anyone but student council members.
And Keel is not a member. She wouldn't have opened the door for him.
Keo couldn't have killed Angie even if he wanted to.
I had no desire to kill her in the first place.
So whoever killed Angie must have been one of the student council members, yeah?
Well,
I was doing a bit to lead you to the right answer. Can't believe you actually got it.
Oh, how clever.
You can just ignore her, Gonta.
yeah, going to.
The remaining student council members are Gonta, Kibo, Tsumugi, and Himiko.
Well, it can't be Himiko. She was besties with Angie.
Oh, let's not give people passes for that reason. That's a great way to get ourselves killed.
I trust their friendship. You guys do too, right?
Kokichi, go jump in a lake.
Yeah, of course.
Can we trust their friendship so readily?
Obviously. Let's believe in them.
That trims our list of suspects down to 3. Gonta, Tsumugi, and Kibo.
Wow, we jumped right into that real quickly, didn't we?
Yep. The culprit is one of those 3 people.
Oh.
You mean one of those 2 people? Because a robot ain't people, Jack!
I will let that remark slide. Anyway, aren't these accusations just a tad too hasty?
What if? The culprit should confess already. Gonta, Keyboy, or Tsumugi? Well?
Well.
No, not Gonta. Gonta would never kill Angie.
Yeah, if anything, Gunta's gonna end up a murder victim rather than a culprit.
Yeah, Gonta's a gentleman. You shouldn't suspect either of us.
Hey, stick up for me too.
Gonta definitely not hurt anyone. Torture Gonta if you don't believe.
No?
This torture might be a bit too far, but Gonta and I aren't the culprits.
And I'm not the culprit either. Jeez.
We're gonna go into this already?
Gonta not
You're
culprit.
not the culprit.
We must consider other possibilities. Surely there must be suspects in the
Not the
student council.
Student council.
That's utterly impossible.
A dead chick
Not just
can't be
anyone
the
can open
culprit.
up the work.
Why?
Only
Much
student
better
council
than being
members had
out
access.
late at night.
I don't know who the
I
culprit
didn't know
is,
robots smoked such boring lies.
but it's definitely not me.
Is that a robophobic remark?
Yeah, no, I know where it was.
Impossible for last night.
A dead chick.
Why?
Only student council members.
I heard it! No, it wasn't just student council members that could have opened that lab door.
What was it you said earlier about Kyo opening the door, Shuichi? Unless you're a student council member, you can't enter Angie's lab, right?
I was referring to Kyo. He couldn't have done it, but you could have. Because I saw you open the classroom lock by picking it.
Kokichi pulled out some thin needles and stuck them into the keyhole of the lock. Click, click, click. Clack. There, open sesame.
Oh, that happened? I totally forgot.
Sure you did.
So you're going to pretend you don't remember, huh?
Quit glaring at me like that. Of course I remember. Yeah, I did it. I killed Angie.
Uh-huh. Huh?
Wait, what? What did you just say?
I picked the lock to her lab, snuck into the room, and then wham! Killed Angie. The culprit was me, all along.
Uh-huh.
What?
What are you saying? Is this some kind of joke?
Nah, no joke. I thought that if I confessed, I could atone for my sins.
Mm-hmm.
And it's helped. I feel so much better. Whew!
Wait, so Kokichi really is culprit?
No, he's lying. I think. Maybe?
He's lying. I'm certain of it.
No, definitely not a lie. I killed Angie.
Uh-huh.
Shouldn't you guys believe the culprit when they confess?
Then let me ask you, culprit. How did you lock the room?
Huh? Well, it's the same as opening it. You pick the door closed from the outside.
No, that doesn't make sense.
Huh? What doesn't make sense? Can't you lock a door by picking it?
Maybe, but that's not how the culprit locked the room. They used a different method.
Yeah.
What different method?
The different method they used.
Yeah, Mumbles. Use your big boy voice and explain yourself.
There were 2 doors to the classroom, and the one locked last was.
I believe it's the back door?
That's it! The back door. That's how they made this a locked room mystery.
The back door had a sliding lock, yes? How was it locked from the outside?
The culprit used a certain tool.
The tool the culprit used to lock the sliding lock from outside was the sword. Oh, yeah, we could do this. Oh, isn't it? No, that's not it. I see it!
The gold leaf katana that was stabbed into Kaede's effigy. The culprit used that to hit the knob of the sliding lock to lock the door.
Azubek, wait till you see us get to the driving minigame.
So the gold leaf was on the sliding lock because...
Because when the katana hit the lock, some of the gold leaf rubbed off on it. The gold leaf on that katana did peel rather easily.
That evidence rings a bell. Specifically, a school bell.
Huh? Are you talking about a different school? What school was it?
Now, that doesn't matter anymore. Let's not dwell on the past.
Ooh, the gold leaf landed on the sliding lock when the katana touched it. So that means the culprit used the katana to move the sliding lock, right? But wait, how did they move it with a katana? And from outside Angie's lab?
The clue that might give us the answer is the layout of the area itself. It was an odd setup after all. The katana stabbed into the effigy. The effigy's hung upside down.
Oh wow, you're just gonna explain it outright. Good. That means the more complicated part is still coming.
Angie didn't do that as part of the ritual?
No.
No. Nowhere in the Necronomicon did it say you had to hang the effigies.
If it was not part of the ritual, then it must have been for a different purpose, right?
Different purpose. What could that have been? The culprit somehow used the setup to lock the room. In that case, I need to know the reason behind every step of this setup. If I do that, the way the culprit locked the room should be clear. Here we go!
Kitchen time.
Effigy's hand.
Kitchen time.
Yep. All the letters.
Kitchen time.
That's it. The reason the culprit stuck the katana into the effigy was so that it would hit the sliding lock as the effigy spun.
Effigy spun?
Yeah, it's because there were 2 ropes, so you could spin the thing properly.
That's right. If you spun the effigy, the rope it was hanging from would twist. Then, if you let it go, the rope would unwind and the effigy would spin the other way.
And I mean, really, you lock the other door if you even came in through that way. But you go out through this door after spinning it, and if it doesn't work, you can still get back in. You just spin it again. Readjust.
And of course, the katana would spin with it.
I see. So the culprit used the katana's counterspin to push the lock into place?
The culprit simply needed to spin the effigy's rope and then swiftly leave. This would cause the spinning katana to hit the sliding lock.
I mean, I kind of feel like it would get stuck on the lock. But, eh.
And thus was the back door of an empty classroom locked from the inside.
Yes, that's how Angie's lab was locked. By using the effigy with the katana.
A plan born from the heart of a sword traveling through the air to intercept us. Oh, but could it have moved the fly box so easily?
I don't know if it would have unlocked when it untwisted. It would have gone the one way, unlocked it, was spun back. It didn't catch. Because there was not necessarily... I mean, these are not games we should probably dissect this hard.
The sliding lock was pretty loose. A little push could move it.
Oh yeah, I guess it does point out. Maybe.
As long as the spinning katana hit the lock, it would have slid into position.
Even if the culprit failed the first couple times, they could keep trying until it locked.
Which is why the culprit chose to strike at nighttime, as to avoid detection.
Yes, since the student council prohibited anyone from walking around at nighttime.
Are you saying it's the student council's fault?
Kinda?
I didn't say that.
No, not at all.
In any case, the culprit probably used the murder weapon for this trick. It had to have been the right length to hit the sliding lock from the effigy.
The culprit couldn't find a blade long enough in my lab, so they settled for the katana.
The other effigies were only hung up, so we think it was some kind of ceremony.
Yeah, I'm still not sure how she got the gash across the forehead. Though.
That way, we wouldn't notice the lock drift.
But Kokichi did say earlier that he could have picked the lock closed. I don't want to completely ignore that possibility. But I can't imagine the culprit would have done all this just for a distraction.
No, because you want it to be a little bit more obvious then.
If that's the case, then Kokichi's confession earlier was actually...
I mean, Kokichi's just full of lies. We know that he's just a
Seriously?
big bag of lies.
You fucking lied again?
Cough it up, Kokichi!
Man, you guys got me. Okay, I'm not the culprit.
You're telling the truth this time, right?
I want to say I'm lying, but I'm not.
Why did you say you were the culprit?
Because he's a bag of lies, and he enjoys doing that. I don't know.
I wanted to lure the culprit out.
Sure you did. I mean,
If
maybe.
I claimed to be the culprit, then the real culprit would agree as well. You get me? And if they pressured me to confess, then that would have looked mighty suspicious. Sheesh. Darn it. It didn't go my way because Shuichi butted into my plan.
You and your fucking lies! Go sit in the corner and play with yourself!
Okay, I'll start right now.
Alright, so who's the asshole who set up this locked room mystery?
You. I can't hold it up anymore.
What's the matter? You going...
Who made the locked room mystery doesn't matter, since anyone could have done it. Don't you even understand something as basic as that, you filthy cum-duck?
Finally! Someone
Really?
finally called me a
Really?
dumpster!
Ah, come on.
What should we talk about now?
Anything else, Gonta?
We must focus not on the locked room, but on who entered Angie's lab. Only one of the student council members or Kokichi could have gained entry.
I swear sometimes a game gets an M rating and they're just like, well, we can just do whatever the hell we want.
Therefore, the culprit must be among their number.
Must they? I mean,
That
probably.
leaves us with 4 suspects. Tsumugi, Gonta, Kibo, and Kokichi.
Don't forget Himiko. She's also a part of the student council. Doesn't matter if she was besties with Angie, she's still a suspect.
But you're the one who was all like, she's besties with Angie, let's not suspect her.
That contradicts what you said earlier, which I can prove using my recording function.
It's fine. That's just a waste of time.
Me? A suspect? I never kill Angie!
So, calling all suspects, what should we discuss next?
Or would you? Would you have gotten mad that Tenko couldn't be part of the student council anymore? You were there for that.
I want to hear everyone's opinion. What would you say to get yourself off the suspect list?
Why are you trying to lead the debate? You're a suspect too.
Silence, outsider. Only the suspect rangers are allowed to speak.
Yeah, I would watch a TV show called Suspect Rangers.
suspect, Rangers?
I agree. Those under suspicion should explain themselves thoroughly.
We might catch them with their pants down.
Anyway, I want to ask the suspect, Rangers. What should we talk about? What should we say to get ourselves off the suspect list? Well, guys, I want to hear what you think.
That's sort of a difficult question, you know?
Gonta not smart enough to know answer to that.
Yes, it is difficult to formulate a logical response to that question.
Not articulate with words, huh? Don't you guys want to prove your innocence?
They don't trust you one bit, and I don't blame them. You're probably plotting.
Why did Tenko have to die?
Huh?
I want to know what happened to Angie too, but can we talk about Tenko's case now and not just Angie's?
I got you exactly where I wanted, Himiko.
What do you mean?
The two victims could have been killed by two separate murderers, you know. So we need to find the first Blackened responsible for the first victim. We've got to figure out who killed Angie.
Yes.
Until we solve Angie's case, Tenko's case is meaningless.
Oh, that's false, though.
Did you suggest that to waste our time?
It's not meaningless!
We don't know if it's meaningless. You can't make that base assumption. Himiko?
Tenko's death was meaningless? How dare you! Poor Tenko! How could you do this to her? Himiko.
Himiko, stop it with your crappy lies.
Lies?
Everything you said is total BS. You didn't give two shits about Tenko when she was alive. But now you're like, oh no, poor Tenko, after she's dead. Come on, really?
Kokichi, enough!
No. It's okay. It's no surprise he'd think that. I know I ignored Tenko before. That's why I'm so upset now. I should have faced Tenko. Worked things out with her while she was still alive.
Her ex is a spinny.
But now, it's too late. I can't complain to her or thank her. It's too late.
Yeah, seriously. It's way too late to realize that now. Our only option is to face her death head on.
Yeah? Face her death?
Yeah, head on. Apply directly to the forehead.
Himiko, I understand what you're going through. So I'm gonna help you out. Let's work together to find the truth. I'm not gonna let anyone say her death didn't matter.
Kaito. Alright. I'll put a silencing curse on whoever calls Tenko's death meaningless.
That might not help us.
The name of the curse is Death Curse. I suppose being dead would silence someone pretty good.
Yeah.
Listen up! All you guys are gonna help out too. Abandoning someone who died and only thinking about your own survival. That's just as bad as a hit and run! I won't forgive something so messed up!
Kaito, every time I look at you, all I can think about is how you have a bird on your head.
Tenko was our friend. Gonta want to know why she died too.
I already told you that's so unnecessary. We're getting sidetracked here.
No, even if it was a different culprit, we need to know how Tenko died.
Well,
If we
and
don't
why?
find out who killed her, we won't be able to work together. Not now, not ever.
For all we know, it is the same killer, for one. And for the other, like...
Even if this trial isn't for her, in order for us to survive, We need to get to the bottom of Tenko's death. Not just to survive this trial, but so we can keep going and live on!
Kaito.
Finally, you noticed. Jeez, you're so slow.
Kokichi, I want to throw you in a river.
Huh? Did Kokichi want us to notice?
I don't care what he wants us to notice. He's annoying.
Don't listen to his crap. We haven't decided whether there were two different culprits yet.
Let us talk about Tenko's case then. Perhaps that will provide us a clue.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe.
They're not wrong, but I mean, we do have to know if it's the same killer or not. Don't mind going over Tenko's case. But that was an abrupt change of topic. Was that intentional? That's a good point.
So, what do we talk about first?
For now, let's see if we can narrow down the list of suspects.
Handcrouch probably got killed during the seance, so everyone there's suspicious.
Sure, but right now I think everyone is suspicious.
Handcrouch!
The people who attended the seance. Who was there? I was in that. Himiko was there. No, wait, there was 5 altogether. Me, Kodakyo, Himiko, Kokichi, and Kibo. Only 4 participated in the seance. Please don't forget details like that.
Oh no!
Oh, right. 5 including Tenko, not... Right, okay. Kaito wasn't there. Kokichi wasn't there. Right? No, right, you got forced out.
No.
It wasn't Kibo. Alright, fine.
That's it!
I tried to think myself through it. Thought too hard.
It was me, Kyo, Himiko, and Kokichi.
So those 4 are the culprits!
Oh, Himiko's still culprit?
I mean... No. What? No, not all 4 of us are culprits. Suspects. Use your words properly.
Well, that's probably just a coinkydink. The most suspicious out of the 4 is really...
I mean, Kokichi, actually.
Kyo. He suggested the whole seance idea.
I mean, he is pretty suspicious in that
True,
respect.
I may have suggested it, but I explained the procedure beforehand, yes? If we all knew of it before the murder, then we are all equally suspicious.
Well, I suppose, but...
In addition, the seance wasn't entirely in my control either. I was not the one who selected the room we performed it in. It was Himiko.
Now there are 3 empty rooms. Which one shall we use? Oh, the middle room. The middle room always best for stuff like this. It's true. Himiko's looking pretty suspicious, but I feel like that's too intentional now. Very well, I should begin the preparations at once. Given the rooms.
Right.
Given the rooms, though, I don't think it would have necessarily mattered.
Also, we should not limit our suspects to only those who participated in the seance. The empty room had a point of entry from outside, you see.
A point of entry from outside. He must be referring to... Oh, right, okay. Of course he's not referring to that. The floorboards? culprit might have gone under the floor.
I was wrong!
What? Because that's the hole in the wall, right? The one that we went through. Is that not correct?
There! You're talking about under the floor, right?
Huh? Under the floor?
Yes, there's a crawl space under the floor a person can move through. There was also a hole that connected it to the neighboring room.
If the culprit used the hole, they could have entered and exited the seance room.
If we consider that possibility, then there is another suspect.
Another suspect? Who?
It's appearing before me. Whoa, I can see it clearly. The true identity of Tenko's killer.
Uh-huh.
The culprit sneaked in during the seance by crawling under the floor.
But it was pitch black during the seance.
Case child. Right.
How could they even see if they were under the floor?
Because it wasn't dark under the floor. You see, our villain had a light.
Light? You mean candle?
I mean, Kibo's flashlight function.
I mean, that was something Neo did add to Kibo. I thought that was afterwards, though.
Huh? Now, hold on a second.
Kibo could have used that function to get under the floor and sneak into the empty room during the seance!
I said hold on a second.
He used his robot functions to commit the murders.
Hold on a second!
It's true that with a little light you could move under the floor. But is that possible?
The culprit sneaked in during the seance.
Loose floorboard right below Tenko. It was not loose before the seance. Dried blood.
By crawling under the floor.
But it was pitch black during the seance.
Hey, nodded him again. Thank you for reslipping. 11 months.
How could they even see if they were under the floor?
Because it wasn't dark under the floor. You see, our villain had a light.
Yeah, okay. The room was dark as it was, no one would need a light.
Damn it!
Just not sure where...
The culprit sneaked in during the seance by crawling under the floor.
But it was pitch black during the seance.
So that's 5 people. Sparkling stone, turtle, tiny circle, smooth falling, rain cage holder, cloth, dog. Don't step on the circle. It's probably not that.
How could they even see if they were under the floor?
So maybe hole in the corner?
Or
Because it wasn't dark under the floor. You see, our villain had a light.
Light? You mean candle?
I mean, Kibo's flashlight function.
Huh? Now hold on a second.
Kibo could have used that function to get under the floor
and sneak into the empty room during the seance!
I said hold on a second.
He used his robot functions to commit the murders.
Hold on a second!
The culprit sneaked in during the seance. By crawling.
Light? You mean candle?
Nope, okay. Candle.
Damn it!
Right, because that would have been an agreement. Hey K Raccoon, thank you for resubbing 14 months in a row.
The culprit sneaked in during the seance. By crawling under the floor.
But it was pitch black.
Yeah, so maybe...
During the seance. How could they even see if they were under the floor?
Because it wasn't dark under... You see, had a light.
That's wrong!
I'm not really sure what the logic's behind
I don't
this.
think the culprit could have used the light while under the floor.
Ah, okay, it is gonna be the people would have seen it thing.
There was a hole in the corner of the room. If a light were used, it would have leaked through and we would have seen it.
But when we did the seance, the room was definitely pitch black.
So a light was not shined under the floor, which means you cannot claim I am the culprit.
No, that means we can't claim that you're the culprit due to you having a flashlight function. Different.
Jeez, here I thought this would be the case where the murder could only be done by a robot.
I think that's a different case.
You have accused me of being the culprit more than once now, simply because I am a robot. My status as a robot does not mean I am capable of performing superhuman feats.
Really?
My vision is somewhat poor, and I only possess average physical strength and intelligence.
All right, you made your point. God, now I feel sort of bad for you.
I neither want nor need your pity.
Enough with the flashlight! It's way too bright!
It would have been difficult to move around under the floor in that pitch black darkness. Maybe the floor and the hole have nothing to do with this case.
No. Disagree with that.
Then why was floorboard under Tenko lined up funny? Going to think that was so culprit could stab Tenko from under floor.
Ooh, nice observation, Gonta. Are you finally getting used to the class trials?
Uh-huh. Thank you.
Aw.
Don't say it like that. You're better off not being used to this kind of stuff.
Maybe they marked Tenko with glowing paint and looked for that.
No, that was the second game.
That'd let the culprit find her. Then they could stab her through the floorboards.
Boy, that sounds really familiar too. But I'm just gonna ignore it.
Her corpse didn't have any trace of glowing paint, though.
Oh, yeah. So then why was that floorboard loose?
The loose floorboard was the one under Tenko, right? If the culprit used it while she was still alive, she'd totally notice.
Who fucking cares? Fussing over that won't get us closer to the culprit!
We shouldn't dismiss this line of inquiry, however. Instead of butting our heads against this, how about we concentrate on another issue?
What other issue?
Yeah, do you have a topic you prefer?
Perhaps first, we should figure out how and when exactly Tenko was killed.
Okay.
When? So not during seance?
If it wasn't during the seance, it would have had to have been just after the cloth at the very... No, not the cloth. There was a point where she stopped talking.
Tenko was in the metal cage for the whole seance, wasn't she? How could someone have gotten to her there?
You know, unless the robot did do it, and he used a recording function.
Maybe the culprit killed her before she went under the metal cage.
No.
That's not possible. She was alive at that point.
This is the point of no return. Tenko, after this point, you mustn't speak. Next time you open your mouth, it will be Angie speaking through you. Understood. I will not say a word until the seance is over.
Yes. She was unmistakably alive when the seance began.
That was right before we blew out the candles. But when the lights came back...
The floorboard was removed at that point, so it's likely she was already dead then.
So she was killed when the room was dark?
But she was inside cage, right? Going to think it impossible to kill her then.
Then she wasn't killed when the room was dark. It was a different time.
A different time?
How the fuck should I know? You figure it out, shitheads.
Huh?
Since Gotha said it was impossible, I'm proposing an alternate theory. Now hurry up and think! If you want to make my golden brain tingle, start circle jerking your lipstick brain!
Okay, it's unfair to let me not skip through these lines that I don't like. Game.
When Tenko got killed,
Okay, so we have the marker stone. Tenko been crunched over, forehead on the stone.
it
Dog statue. 175 pounds. A bunch of people put it together on the cage.
wasn't.
The white sheet was over it during the seance. Cannot be seen through. There's blood, but there's no hole in the fabric.
During the sale.
And the iron cage itself. 3 feet high, 5 foot wide.
It could not have been done at any other time. She was under the cage the whole time. And she was dead when the cage was lifted.
What about moment cage was lifted?
Like that.
When cage lifted, culprit stabbed Tenko real fast.
No.
So fast, no one saw.
Nope.
Oh my!
What
So who
fetish
lifted
are
the
you
cage?
getting off on?
It was me.
then obviously Himiko is the culprit.
There's no doubt!
What? I don't even know anymore. Tenko not being killed during the seance might not be impossible, but there's no evidence for it.
When Tenko got killed, it wasn't during the seance.
It could not have been done at any other time. She was under the cage the whole time.
That's
And she was
true.
dead when the cage was lifted.
Cage was lifted. That's wrong.
No, it wasn't possible to kill her the moment the cage was lifted. Because the inside of the white cloth had Tenko's blood on it. That cloth was removed before the cage was lifted.
Yeah, at some point between the cloth going on and the cloth coming off is when she was killed.
If Tenko was stabbed then, there wouldn't be blood on the cloth.
What? But how could my golden brain be wrong when it felt so...
The only possibility is that Tenko was killed during the
I
seance.
got your remodel right here!
Hello.
No, it's still wrong to think that Tenko was killed during the seance.
Alright, we're gonna do this, are we?
What?
I'm gonna prove it right now! My golden brain is gonna go all out!
Move blade. Cut. Truth. Bad.
Tenko died after the seance. It happened when the sheet was lifted. That was the moment the culprit chose to stab the fuck out of Tenko through the cage. They stuck the thin blade through the gaps of the cage. And that clean white sheet got stained blood red!
But the weapon was a sickle. Only the blade could have fit through the gaps.
The blade's all you need. If you stick the blade through a gap in the cage, it'd be long enough to reach Tenko. Sitting in there with her neck all exposed. She wasn't that far from the cage's gaps. In which case, the person who lifted the sheet is the culprit, and that's none other than Kyo!
The neck was exposed.
The blade's all you need. If you stick the blade through a gap in the cage, it'd be long enough to reach Tenko. Sitting in there with her neck all exposed.
Nope, not that one. Oh, right.
Oh no!
Okay. I think I know what they
The
want.
blade's all you need. If you stick the blade through a gap in the cage, it'd be long enough to reach Tenko. Sitting in there with her neck all exposed.
I'll cut through your words! Wait just a minute. Tenko wasn't sitting down inside the cage. She was bent over with her forehead against the marker stone, and the cage itself was about 3 feet tall. The sickle's blade was too short to reach Tenko while she was in that position.
Then I messed up again? No
worries, Mew. Everyone already knows you're an embarrassment to the human race.
Yeah, no worries.
Gunta.
If Shuichi is right, then it's impossible for Tenko to have been killed through the cage.
She couldn't have been killed during the seance since she was in the cage, right?
No, she was absolutely killed during the seance. Why would...
If she was killed then, the cloth over the cage would have been pierced.
Not during the seance or from below the floor. Then it's impossible, isn't it?
Yeah, for a living person.
Oh, we're gonna go back to the dead theory again.
Huh?
What if Angie's spirit killed Tenko?
What are you talking about? That's not possible!
We don't know that. Some things are impossible for a human, but not for a spirit.
Don't say stupid stuff like that! Screw spirits!
Stop that now.
Angie's spirit killed Tenko? Why?
Oh no, here comes the part where they blame Tenko for killing Angie.
Himiko?
Why would Angie's spirit kill Tenko?
What if Tenko killed Angie, and then Angie's spirit came back for revenge?
Like I said, that's impossible! Spirits can't be culprits!
Then explain how the culprit killed Tenko under these impossible circumstances.
That's what we're trying to do.
See? You can't explain, can you? Only a spirit could have done that!
Wait! I know! What if the culprit was hiding inside the cage?
Uh-huh. Yeah, you wanna tell me more about that?
If they were in there, they could have stabbed Tenko during the seance.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. No.
No. If there was someone else in the cage, we would have noticed.
Yeah.
I agree with Kaito. The culprit could have been inside the cage.
What? You do? Okay. But you mean this in a different way, right? Like...
Nonsense. There was no space in the cage for the culprit to hide.
It's not like we don't have the 4 Divas of Destruction in this game.
Maybe the culprit wouldn't need to hide in the first place.
What?
Also, the culprit could have killed her in the cage at any time. I think you know what I'm getting at, right?
The they she's referring to? Oh no. Oh no. I don't know what you're referring to, game. You're gonna make me guess.
I believe Maki is referring to Tenko herself.
What did you say? Are you saying Tenko was the culprit?
She committed suicide.
Suicide?
If she committed suicide, it would explain a lot of things we couldn't figure out.
Trying to figure out how she would have done that, though.
She volunteered to be in the cage, and then stabbed herself during the seance. It wouldn't matter how dark the room was.
But the sickle she was stabbed with was under the floor, right? If Tenko had stabbed herself, wouldn't the sickle still be inside the cage?
Oh my god. Mew actually said something smart.
Perhaps that explains why the floorboard was removed. After stabbing herself with the sickle, she threw it underneath the floor.
I guess? Seems hard.
So she took off the floorboard to get rid of the sickle?
Yes, that makes sense, Dagonta.
I'm not sure I agree.
Well, it doesn't make sense to me. There's no reason for Tenko to commit suicide.
Oh. Unless she did commit the first murder.
Maybe I wasn't too far off with the theory I had earlier. You know, about Tenko killing Angie.
I mean, she volunteered, but I don't know that she knew she would end up having to volunteer.
Yeah?
Because Tenko and Angie were fighting for your attention, right?
Wait, did she die of blood loss? She didn't die of blood loss. She died from... Victim. Vacant room, 4th floor, 11 a.m. Stabbed in the back of her neck, resulting in death. I just don't know that you can stab yourself in the back of your neck and then manage all the stuff that you managed.
Tenko's pent-up frustration led her to commit such an atrocity. Her conscience couldn't handle it anymore, so she decided to end her own life.
What?
But if she was gonna kill herself, why do it during the seance?
She wanted to hide the truth of her suicide.
But why? That doesn't seem like something she would do.
Really? Why?
There could only be one reason to hide it in a killing game, right? It's to take us down with her.
Take us down?
She wanted us to pick the wrong answer during the class trial. So she could bring us all down. She wanted us to die with her.
That doesn't really work with this one, but okay, sure, you think that.
Okay, well, she probably just wanted Himiko to die with her, but still.
No, that doesn't seem likely.
What are you saying? Tenko wasn't like that. She told me.
Keep your chin up and live life facing forward. Survive with me and everyone else.
What if all of that was just a lie?
A lie?
Wait! We should believe Tenko's last words!
The true terror of class trials is that you shouldn't believe everything said.
Himiko, you said that Tenko would never do anything like that. But how can you be so sure? Did you guys actually know each other? People keep all sorts of secrets. Like Maki. She hid the fact that she's a cold-blooded killer.
So my issue with Kokichi isn't that it's not like he could be wrong. It's just he says it in that way that makes him a jerk.
Is it wise of us to trust other people wholeheartedly in this kind of situation?
And also it doesn't help that he constantly flip-flops.
Jeez, you're such a naive dude.
Naive?
We're all just people, you know? Of course we're gonna have some secrets. What matters is whether there's any malice behind them.
People can lie about how malicious their hidden secrets really are.
Well, duh. It's impossible to know for sure what others are thinking.
Yeah, Kato.
That's why it all comes down to whether or not you believe in yourself.
Friendship.
If you get betrayed, it's not their fault. It's your fault for believing in them.
I mean, okay.
That's why I believed in Maki Roll, because I wanted to believe in her.
Just because you're acting all cool doesn't mean you get to skip training.
Hey, come on. Don't you think you're being a little too strict?
Well, we come from different backgrounds. So for now, let's agree to disagree. No one's ever called me naive before. And from Kaito? Seriously?
Whether or not I believe, my heart can't reach Tenko anymore. But I want to believe in her. She wouldn't commit suicide. She wouldn't try to take us down. That's what I want to believe!
Me too. Gonta, no can believe Tenko commits suicide.
But if Tenko did commit suicide, that would answer all of our questions.
Would it?
If you insist we believe in Tenko, then provide a reason to do so.
Proper reason.
All right, I'll give you a reason.
Is there a reason?
Yes, there is. Will you trust me, Maki?
Oh, are we gonna lie?
If it turns out I'm wrong, you can blame me all you like.
I'm gonna lie?
But for now, I need you to trust in my detective work.
I don't believe Tenko would kill herself because of what she said. Okay, everyone, I'll see you guys after the seance. She said, see you guys after. I doubt she had a sudden change of heart. Just because we don't know how she was killed doesn't mean that it was suicide. We shouldn't be satisfied with that, and if we keep thinking, we'll find the truth. And that means we have to believe in Tenko. I'll make them all believe. Alright, what are my options?
So far, suicide.
Tenko died in a crouched position, entering the back of her necklace. Deep, probably not enough to kill her immediately.
Seems to be the best explanation.
Plan
Oh wait, I did that one already.
was to
In the corner.
take us down. Whether she hid her true intentions.
Tenko's not that kind of person! But if Tenko did commit suicide, it would explain how she died during the seance. She could have secretly brought the sickle, and then stabbed herself with it!
Finally, with the last of her strength, she threw the sickle underneath the floor. All the pieces fit.
Everyone thinks that Tenko committed suicide, but only because they're latching onto the easiest answer. To get out of this, I need to make them think their suicide theory wouldn't work.
So far, suicide seems to be the best explanation.
Her plan was to take us down with her,
Okay.
so she hid her true intentions.
Tenko's not that kind of person! But if Tenko did commit suicide, it would explain how she died during the seance. She could have secretly brought the sickle, and then stabbed herself with it!
Finally, with the last of her strength, underneath the floor.
No! Ah.
All the pieces fit.
So far, suicide.
So she hid her true intentions.
It's either the first one or it's the last one.
Got the sickle.
Finally, with the last of her strength.
Nope. Okay.
Damn it!
Oh, does it tell you what the lies are when you go into live mode?
So far, suicide seems to be the best explanation.
Yeah.
The plan was to take us down with her. So she hid her true intentions.
Oops.
Tango's not that kind of
Okay,
person.
that's fine.
But if she could have.
The last of her strength.
I'll reveal the truth. Tenko couldn't have thrown the sickle under the floor. Because she died instantly.
Instantly?
Yeah, we gotta lie. Her death might not have been instant, but she couldn't have gone far before she bled out.
I'm certain of it. My investigation determined that she died instantly.
What's your opinion, Maki? I'd like to hear from someone who specializes in murder.
Maki.
You're right. I completely forgot about that important detail.
Yep. I need someone to corroborate my lies.
Tenko died instantly.
What?
As an assassin, I specialize in killing my targets swiftly. I have no doubt that Tenko was killed immediately.
Words of a true killer. Pretty sure we can believe everything she said.
Thank you, Maki.
How could you forget that, Maki Roll? You better apologize to Shuichi.
Kaito, don't antagonize her!
Excuse me?
It's okay, Kaito, really. No apology necessary. Anyway, Tenko died so suddenly that she couldn't have gotten rid of the sickle. Knowing that, the theory that she killed herself just doesn't fit, correct?
Just like I thought. Tenko wouldn't commit suicide.
Thank goodness, Himiko.
Which means someone definitely killed Tenko during the seance.
Her suicide was considered because we could not determine how she was killed.
No! There must have been a way! We're gonna figure it out!
Did any of the participants witness anything peculiar during the seance?
I mean, we did hear that weird noise.
If you know something, please speak up. It could be the key to solving this mystery.
Not a bad idea. We should remember what happened at the seance. Let me try to remember. I'm sure there's something. I need some kind of clue that will help me solve this mystery.
Did anything seem out of the ordinary during the seance?
There is something that bothers me. The fact that the seance failed. The ritual was perfect, and yet it failed. How utterly strange.
Now that I think about it, while we were all singing the song, I heard something fall.
I agree! Himiko, you think that something fell because of that sound you heard, right?
It sounded like something heavy fell down and hit the floor really hard. What could have fallen down?
Fallen down? There wasn't anything on the ceiling that could have fallen down, right?
Am I wrong? I thought something fell, but
The sound was pretty loud. It did seem like something hit the floorboards.
A loud sound like something hit the floorboards. You don't think it was Kokichi? Maybe that sound that had something to do with the other thing that happened in the dark. Other thing that happened in the dark.
This is it! I think the floorboard coming off had something to do with that sound. That floorboard came loose at some point during the seance, right?
There's a part of the floorboard that has like dried blood on it that no one knows what happened with, and yet we did find Kokichi in the hallway with blood on his face, and he was claiming it was from the other room because there was a loose floorboard over there. And then we didn't get to.
Floorboard have made such a loud sound, though.
And then we didn't get to like go investigate that room.
It was the sound of an intense impact.
If the impact was that intense, then it could have loosened the floorboard.
That's true. There would have to be a strong impact to make that sound. Who's in? Let's see, open on. Kokichi was in the room though, so maybe. But what was it? What could it possibly be?
All right then, let's go with that. We all gotta put our heads together now.
Oops. Already did that.
So what made the floorboard come loose?
Judging from the sound, there must have been considerable force.
Someone who participated in the seance. Maybe that person tore off the floorboard.
That wouldn't make such a loud crashing sound.
Maybe the wooden statue fell over.
No. But that statue was still on top of the cage.
Culprit hide under floor. Then stood up with such might.
Oh. I would be dead. Alright, I'll watch the whole thing.
So what made the floorboard come loose?
I know the audio's off
Sound,
sync. It's
there
always
must
been
have
off sync.
Considerable force.
Someone who participated in the seance. Maybe that person tore off the floorboard.
That wouldn't make such a loud crashing sound.
Maybe the wooden statue fell over.
No.
But that statue was still on top of the cage.
Culprit hide under floor. Then stood up with such might.
But we already said there was no one under the floor.
Someone must have stomped through the floorboard.
Steps through it.
A floorboard that comes loose when you step on it is dangerous. God, it's like I'm the only one here who's staying on the ball.
You hardly have any experience with balls to say that, Mew.
Don't be stupid. Don't you know me and Balls are the best of friends?
Okay. Would have been strong enough to impact. No. Floorboard loose. Find it with facts.
So what made the floorboard come loose?
Judging from the sound, there must have been considerable force.
Someone who participated in the seance. Maybe that person...
From the cross pieces, support the loose floorboard in the room. Only the portion that supports was cut off. It wasn't broken.
tore off the floorboard.
That wouldn't make such a loud crashing sound.
Maybe the wooden statue fell over.
But that statue was still on top of the cage.
Culprit hide under floor. Then stood up with such might.
But we already said there was no one on...
Someone must have stomped through the floorboard.
Dangerous. Who's staying on the...
Do I have any experience with false feet at you?
Best of friends?
Strong of impact.
So what made the floorboard come loose?
Judging from the sound, there must have been considerable force.
Someone who participated in the seance. Maybe that person tore off the floor.
No.
I was wrong!
So what made the floorboard come loose?
Judging from the sound, there must have been considerable force.
In the seance. Maybe that person tore the
Makes such a loud crashing sound.
See the wooden statues.
But still on...
Hide under floor. Then stood up with such might.
So what made the floorboard come loose?
Judging from the sound, there must have been considerable force.
Someone who participated in the seance. Maybe that person tore off the floorboard.
That wouldn't make such a loud crashing sound.
Maybe the wooden statue fell over.
But that statue was still on top of the cage.
Culprit hide under floor. Then stood up with such might.
But we already said there was no one under the floor.
Someone must have stomped through the floorboard.
Oops.
A floorboard that comes loose when you step on it is dangerous. God, it's like I'm the only one here who's staying on the...
Do I have any experience with false feet at you?
So what made the floorboard come loose?
Judging from the sound, there must have been considerable force.
Someone who participated in...
Over.
But that statue was still on top of the cage.
Culprit hide under floor.
Then stood up with such might.
But we already said there was no one under the floor.
Someone must have stomped through the floor.
Just missed it. What?
They're the best of friends.
So what made the floorboard
Come loose.
Judging from the sound, there must have been considerable force.
Someone who participated in the seance. Maybe that person tore off the floorboard.
That wouldn't make such a loud crashing sound.
Maybe the wooden statue fell over.
But that statue was still on top of the cage.
Culprit hide under floor. Then stood up with such might.
But we already said there was no one under the floor.
Someone must have stomped through the floor.
I agree.
Good.
Kokichi is right. The floorboard came loose because someone stomped on it.
The floorboards fit perfect. Going to make sure first time we go to empty room.
When we first saw the room, yes. But when I looked again during the investigation, one of the cross pieces supporting the floorboards was cut off. After examining the cut, I concluded that it must have been done deliberately.
Someone? You mean the culprit, right? Why'd they do that?
What did the culprit stand to gain by cutting the crosspiece?
What do they stand to gain? That's the question. To solve this case, I'll need to think carefully about the crosspiece and the floorboard. Crosspiece and the floorboard. His body was at one end of the loose floorboard. The crosspiece that had been cut was at the other end. The unsupported part was outside of the cage, so it could have been stomped on. So, suggesting that somebody stomps on it and only one of the cross pieces was cut, the other two were intact. One of them was right under Tenko. Other was center right. Oh. Alright, this is not what I would have expected. What was the culprit attempting to achieve by stomping on the floorboard? No, the blade can't be in the statue because there's no hole within the white sheet. So that doesn't work. I guess. I'm not really sure what this was. I am trying to think, Shuichi. Oh good, Hangman's Gambit. Well. Nope, not a W. How about an M? No? Or I guess that was B. Good. Seance. Nope. Seesaw. Seesaw. Weapon? Nope. Made too many mistakes. They think I did it all of a sudden? Well, next time's mandatory. Voting time. I have to win this.
Really the...
Ah.
We can't let it end here!
Okay. So... now the first word is seesaw. I don't think we can use the sideways E and M. Counter. I think I tried F already. Wait? Seesaw wait? No. That doesn't make sense. No T. What have I not tried yet? E? Where's... Are there S's? No. Effect. It's effect. Need another F. Sure.
That's right. The floorboard might have been used as a seesaw.
So we could have just used the word seesaw. Let's not do that again.
Yeah? A seesaw?
The crosspiece at one end of the floorboard had been cut off. The other two crosspieces holding up that board were close to the cage. Meaning, if you were to apply force to the end of the floorboard with no crosspiece, the next crosspiece would act as a fulcrum to turn the floorboard into a lever.
Yes, but where does the sickle and all that else point into this? Unless the sickle's part of the other crime scene somehow.
A lever capable of lifting up Tenko's entire body.
Still doesn't explain the stabbing in the back of her neck.
Her whole body lifted up?
Yeah, that sounds like a seesaw, all right. But why bother lifting Tenko's body?
They couldn't have killed Tenko like that. Unless they used the sickle.
That's exactly it. Using the seesaw trick, it was possible to kill Tenko with a sickle.
It would have had to have been attached to the cage itself. I feel like we would have seen it.
Huh? How?
Unless somehow it was under the... But then how do they dispose of the sickle as well? It's kind of...
In order for the culprit to kill Tenko with a seesaw trick, the placement of the sickle is the most important factor.
Yes, I agree. I'd like to know where that was. Floorboard, seesaw, the cage, and the blood on the white fabric. What conclusions can I draw from this? There's only one place the sickle could have been that is consistent with the evidence. Nope. Yeah. Alright, let's look at this again. Next to the cage is wrong. I mean, I guess it would have had to have been under the sheet, though.
That's it! The sickle was at the top of the iron cage, with the blade facing down.
Then how did it get under the floor?
The reason we didn't see it was because of the fabric covering the cage.
So you're suggesting that it was placed there when the fabric went over? That suggests that Kyo killed her.
Also, the wooden statue kept the blade in place.
Yeah, okay.
It's true that the sickle's handle was thick, which made the statue wobble.
It would explain why he definitely wanted it to happen.
But the statue's weight kept it from falling over. Once everything was in place, if you stepped hard enough on the seesaw, Tenko's body would have shot upward and hit the blade on the top of the cage. she was bent over, meaning the sickle's blade would have connected with her neck.
The 6-inch sickle blade wasn't long enough to stab Tenko in her crouched position. But with the floorboard acting as a seesaw, it could compensate for the blade's length.
Bringing the victim to the sickle, rather than bringing the sickle to the victim. That's definitely an unorthodox idea.
It's crazy, but it would explain how Tenko got stabbed while she was in the cage.
So the sound we heard was the culprit stomping on the floorboard.
That impact make floorboard come loose.
Looks like we got ourselves a good old-fashioned seesaw homicide. Wait, what the hell's a seesaw homicide? That's fucking crazy!
The craziness is what really makes the killing game fun, you know? They can't get away with murder the normal way, so they gotta think outside the box. Kudos, culprits! You did a great job keeping me entertained.
Jump in the lake.
Indeed. Well played, Himiko.
Yeah?
It was you, wasn't it? The one behind the seesaw homicide.
Oh, okay, sure. That's a good tactic. Just start blaming somebody else before they can blame you. Even though you are make way more sense for this.
Why her?
Because she's the only one capable of carrying out this plan.
How so?
The only one? Why's that?
Because this seesaw homicide required its location to be prepared beforehand.
Uh-huh. But that doesn't...
By cutting the crosspiece beneath the floorboard, you mean?
Then the culprit would need to lure their victim into the prepared room. That is why you chose that room for the seance. Is it not, Himiko?
There are 3 empty rooms. Which one shall we use? The middle room. The middle room's always best for stuff like this. I mean, I feel like it could have been, given that there was like another entryway into the other room, by being like, oh, which room should we choose? And letting somebody else pick for you, you've got like 2/3 chance of getting it. We're not even through the other case.
Oh yeah! Himiko was the one who chose the site for the seance!
She likely found out about my plans for the seance somehow.
You were quite vocal about the seance, Kyo. You even had instructions for it in your lab.
Our culprit, Himiko, prepared her seesaw trap ahead of time. Then she waited for me to host the seance, and suggested the middle room.
Really? She waited for you to come up with that idea of a seance. I mean, you might have been vocal about it, but that's...
She led us all into holding the seance right where she wanted it. Then, she killed Tenko. All according to plan.
I think you mean Keikaku.
That's a lie, right? Himiko did such a thing?
In the end, Himiko, who Tenko cherished and loved, tragically killed her.
Wait! We don't know that, right? He's wrong, right, Himiko? Himiko would never kill Tenko, right?
Kill Tenko? I killed Tenko?
Himiko?
What's wrong, Himiko?
It is true that using the middle room was Himiko's idea. Yeah, that's not enough reasoning. Oops. Does that mean that Himiko really killed Tenko? Did something like that really happen? Something so cruel? Are we gonna hit intermission? We are! Excellent. Yes, I do want to save. And we're gonna actually end the stream here, because I don't think we'll get through the trial in 45 minutes. So I'd rather us pause here and continue tomorrow. So we'll be streaming this again tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific time. Hopefully get through the rest of this trial. And yeah, so Monday we'll be doing this game. Tuesday night we're going to be doing Twilight Princess as usual. And then on Wednesday I have to change the stream time. I can't do an evening stream because I think I'm on AFK, so we'll be doing a morning stream, probably 10 a.m. Instead of playing Danganronpa, I know we do that for morning streams, but because I'm changing the schedule for that day, I'm actually going to continue playing Wandersong on Wednesday before going back to the regular schedule. So we're going to do it that way. And I'm going to say we should probably raid Julie today. She's playing World of Warcraft. So we're gonna go, I'm gonna send you all over to her. Thank you very much for hanging out, for chatting, lurking, subscribing, following, cheering, and I'll take us to the Going Offline screen. We'll raid Julie and say hi to her. You all take care. Do something nice. For yourself, for someone else, just do something nice. Bye.